Jack, I want to talk to you about Qantas because I was reading something today that they're going to face issues at a shareholder meeting on the back of a number of activist groups, a group called the Sum of Us, but also we know GetUp's got a petition in this area, putting pressure on Qantas, who works with the federal government to return people who are failed refugees, involuntary in often cases, provided their home country will take them back, or people who get on planes and destroy their paperwork or they arrive without the appropriate information. Where do you think this is going to go? And this will be a moral challenge, if I can call it that, for Alan Joyce.
Well, isn't it really interesting when companies try and preach morality, but then when you take a little bit of a look under the hood, they're not always doing the right thing. And I guess an example may be Coles and the role it plays in the dairy farmers. And they can preach morality about certain things, but they've got a real big issue here because they're not only intrinsically involved in deportation, but I would posit that they're profiting from it, and some of these contracts would be quite lucrative. And so, yeah, the shareholders are probably right to say, if you're going to comment on certain social issues, first of all, what makes you the arbiter of these particular issues and what makes you think that you know the position of all your customers and all of your shareholders, what makes you think that you should decide and dictate the morality? Well,
they might. I'm going to find out because I don't know off the top of my head whether it's part of an international law or international airline agreement that they do these repatriations, or whether it's a commercial arrangement they have with the government. I've asked some questions at the Minister's office and I'll see what they tell me. But I actually have no issue with what Qantas is doing.
Neither do I.
But it's interesting that this is where the activists are now going.
Yeah, well, and look, Qantas, during the same-sex marriage debate, it positions itself as one of these leading voices on social issues. A lot of people, and I disagree with these people, but a lot of people would say that what Qantas is doing is unconscionable. So how can you weigh in on one issue and then completely ignore the moral argument on another issue? It's hypocrisy. It doesn't make sense. All we know is that business has no place in morality. I don't want to be dictated to by a business. Let them make their money and do their business case. That's fine, but don't lecture us.